Hi guys, today we're at the Shrewsbury Steam Rally. It's currently Sunday. Make sure to subscribe as we're also going to be here on Monday. Easier! Hello! And we're overall just going to be having a good day, looking around all the things. Be split in, we probably won't see everything twice. So make sure to watch the next video to see some of the other things. I think today we'll probably look at some of the tractor pulling.
I didn't do quite as much filming over the 2 days as I would have hoped, but this video is still quite long, most of it the tractor pulling. If you want to see some of the steam, then it's in the dark slightly later on in the video, and in the next episode we are going to be looking a bit more around the steam, as well as I'm going to go on an engine inside of the ring. On your screen currently, you can currently see a Massey Ferguson 1200 turning around. This 1982 Tranto Mark I is quite special, as it would have been able to do 40 miles an hour, which would have been quite quick back then. Then we have this 1955 Case 500. They were celebrating 60 years of something to do with Ford and New Holland. First one is this Series 2 7, 9, 10. Next to it then another Series 2 7, 8, 10, slightly smaller. And then another Series 2, 6, 6, 10, and then continue on 7, 8, 10, and then the last one in this clip is going to be the 7, 6, 10. Then we have this 1976 Massey Ferguson 174C, next to then the McCormick's 523. And then next we're going to look at a couple of them actually on the working field. You can see a Leyland coming by.
You'll see that we have a flat behind the pack. This is just another way that you have to slow them down. So we just drop back a little bit, and that makes more of a dead weight. So of course,
next one isn't something you'd entirely call modern, but it's a 1919 John Deere. Now back to a bit of steam with the ploughing engine pulling the plougher. I'm not going to do much talking, as the ploughing engine sounds quite good when it's going up the hill. They are not currently ploughing the field. The plough is the blue one in the background. Then down to tractor pulling, starting off with a very interesting one. This is a Land Rover with a Cummins 6BT in it.
keep going, that is the hard bit on the track. You can get through there, you're doing well. Good lad, keep going. Come on, rock and roll. There always has to be a little bit of off.
I don't really know what most of these tractors are, so I'm just going to let them run. One thing you'll notice, the wind was pointing towards us this time, therefore quite a lot of dust comes.
year. Really does go well. If everything is right to rock and roll. So come on, build her up. On to boost. We need to come up on to boost. Come on, we're getting there. We're ready. We're rolling. Jack. Oh, yes, we have Jack.
Now back to what I know. This is quite a rare engine. This it's a bit like an old American tractor in 6-inch scale. I've never seen one in 6-inch scale. I've seen one in 4-inch scale. In the next episode of Shrewsbury, we see it actually cutting up some wood. Now I actually got the chance to climb up onto a showman's here. Wasn't running, but still quite neat. Never been on a showman's. Since we were camping, we then went to go set up the tent before coming back when it got a little bit darker to go on the Ferris wheel to look at the show.
I don't like heights, but we're going anyway. And
this was your idea.
yeah, but I still don't like heights. We're moving.
Though, so it's...
we're going.
Oh, this is not bad going down.
No, it's not, is it?
What's going on? What's the problem? Hold on.
He's seeing the chains down there. That's pretty neat. The chains down here.
Well then, here's the fair all lit up. You can just see some of the showman's right in front. as well as John Murphy over there. And going back up then you can see the other side of the show with a couple of the other rides over there.
Why does this feel worse? Don't look at the ones in front.
Then we went to go look around some of the showmances, starting with this barrel showmances that was actually powering a ride here. Then this very interesting bright yellow showman's here. This must be quite difficult to keep clean. Still, to be fair to them, it is still very clean, even after the day's work. Only thing is the lights look a little bit too white to me. They don't look old enough to be on the engine.
Belt's a little bit wobbly on this Fowler Showman's. Still a very nice engine, all the lights on. One thing about Welland is less of the engines had the lights on and less of them are generating. Here almost all of the engines are generating with the lights on.
This Foden Showman's is quite interesting, as Foden is more commonly known for their lorries, even though they started out making traction engines, and is one of 2 Foden traction engines at the rally today. Then another barrel Showman's here. Then you had this Pickford Scammell heavy haulage lorry here, not 100% sure why it's sitting next to the Showman's, but it usually is, and it was here again this year. Then a short walk over to John Murphy's Showman's, which had been powering this ride all day. As you can see, it's got proper paraffin powered lights, which looked quite bright to me, but then when you looked in front of the engines you realise it wasn't actually lighting anything up. There were some other engines that had come out to run in the night, this one being a Fowler. If anyone can tell me what this is stuck to the roof, it's like a little dynamo, then please comment it down below. It might be for the 2 lights that are stuck to the roof, which you can see here. Still a very nice engine. Although it's a little bit dark and difficult to see, this is then a Fowler B6 Talisman, very similar to the engine I'll go in the ring in the next episode. Then you have got one of the Fowler ploughing engines which have decided to come down. Wasn't only traction engines, as you also then had this Foden steam lorry George, as you can see, doors open there. This is then the other Foden traction engine I was talking about. You can just about see it. This engine was then also at the Well and Steam Rally, which I'll have a link to at the very end of this episode. There was then also a couple of miniatures like this Burrell Showman's with plenty of steam, which really did look the part in the dark. The only problem with the miniature showmans is you have to run them at mega speed to get any voltage or amps out of them. Then you had this 6-inch folding lorry, which was actually quite a nice one, sitting next to it. Although it is a little bit dark and I really could have done with turning on my light here, there is a double trunk compound 4-inch barrel here. You can just see the motion here. As well as then one of the showmances, which wasn't in the lineup for some reason, I decided to come down and you can see that here. And then we decided to go for a bit more fun and see the rally from height again, and you can see that. Then we seen what I believe to be an old ERF with a generator on the back, which was actually still powering the ride. And then to finish this video off, on the way back to the tent we seen this Camel Explorer, which had been reversed onto its trailer a little bit. On the screen currently at the top you'll see the Well and Steam Rally, and just below that you will see the latest episode of the Burrell Build, where we are currently making a miniature traction engine. Hope you have enjoyed it, and that's going to be the end.